Hi guys, it's Damaris. I wanted to share with you something that I just came across making yesterday. I posted a photograph of this, well, part of the tag in the making, and basically I was just fiddling around with some stuff, and I created this gorgeous little crystal pearl butterfly here, and I'll get you a little close up. I don't know if I'm in frame. So I posted a photo on Facebook, and I asked if I should do a tutorial because I wasn't sure if something like this was already made, has already been done. So I had a lot of comments about it, and what I used was mainly everything from Carla S001 Etsy shop, and so she had asked me to please do the tutorial and to tag her on it and all that. So I decided, okay, I'll finish the tag off and then I'll make a couple more. So these are the other ones I just made, and it's using everything from her shop. I don't know how good of a view this is giving you, but yeah, so let's get started. The things I used these crystal little flowers, I used these porcelain flowers, I used the wheat sprays, the clear ones. She has other colors, and I purchased this when she had a huge sale for Christmas, but I thought I would color them in, and I did try that. I tried to use alcohol inks and color them in, and it worked, but it took really long to dry. So until I figure out another way to color them in, I'm gonna just use the clear. I also used two types of sprays. I used the pearl circle one, and then I used the white oval shape. So, but for this project that I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna be using the porcelain flower and the off-white circle sprays. So to start off, what I do is I punch out a butterfly with the Martha Stewart out of a piece of designer paper. It doesn't have to be designer paper. The reason I prefer to use some sort of color, because it is crystal and it is see-through, so the image, whatever you use, might show on through. But you can also use any type of punch. I also tried with the circle punch, so it's just as good. But make sure that it's nothing black or nothing that is gonna show through the crystal. So we'll start off with that. And the way I like to do it, I've done it both ways. The way I like to do it is at first I like to frame the butterfly. So using these pearls, I take them out, and we're just going to be making a loop like that and gluing it down to form the wings of the butterfly, like that. So I take the glue, and I hope the lighting is good in here. And I'm sorry if I'm working upside down. This is the only way I was able to, you know. So glue that one there, and then we'll form that loop. Let's make sure that it's centered, and form that loop big enough for the top crystal. And that'll stay there. You could take off some excess. So that's going to form the first loop, and as you can see, there's a little piece sticking out here. What I just do is I cut that off with my Tim Holtz scissors and make sure that everything's dried. So we'll start that loop. So basically we're just framing this punch, and like I said, it doesn't have to be butterfly. I'm sure a lot of you already own a butterfly punch. It doesn't have to be this Martha one. I prefer hers because it just fits right with, you know, what I'm trying to make. So I'll try this one. I'm gonna put a little glue here, and I'm going to start the loop And be careful you don't burn yourself. I don't mind because I'm kind of used to it, but for this tutorial I don't want you to do what I'm doing. Use your tweezers or use, you know, something. So we made that second loop there, and we're going to cut the piece out. Let me just give you a close-up of what it's looking like. This is what it's looking like. And you know what, when I made it, I intended to do half of a butterfly, but then I was like, that looks kind of cool, let me continue, and made a whole butterfly. So you can totally do half a butterfly and put it on a layout or whatever you want. So there's that frame. I'm going to continue with this frame. And the glue gun I'm using is a Shore Bonder. Really like this glue gun. I like that it has a fine tip. I like that it heats up quickly, and pretty much I like everything about it. It's affordable. You know, you can get it at your local craft store with a coupon, Michael's or Joanne. You know, I love my coupons. So there I went and I framed the third wing. I don't know if you could see that. There's your third wing. And then let's go ahead and pull out. And when you pull these out, be careful that you don't let the pearls drop out, because they will drop out. See this end? It will fall out. So you got to be careful when you take them out of the root. And it's okay if you get a little messy, because the flowers will cover this portion of the butterfly. You start off and make your loop. And being that this wing at the bottom looks a little bigger, I'm going to try to size it down. And cut this piece off here. Be careful you don't cut off your wing. That hasn't happened to me yet, but you never know. So, and I know that the butterfly in conjunction with the wings, they're like, it's diagonal, but that's okay, because that's all going to be covered up. So there's your frame. Now, to make the wing itself, here's the spray, this wheat leaf, and I already have two pre-made just for the sake of time, but I am going to show you how I did it. So what you do is you take your leaf spray, and there's two sides. There's this side that shows the wiring, and then the other side that's hidden. So the side that's hidden is going to be facing outward. So we're just going to turn it in like this. See, make a circle, or try to make a circle. It's going to look oval. That's the perfect shape you want. And you're going to take this wiring and bring it underneath the first piece right here of leaf that you have. This first piece, we're going to bring it under, and we're going to wrap it around that first leaf. You could go 2 times, 3, 4, however many you feel comfortable that it's going to stay secure. So, did that. Go behind, cut off that wire as close as you can, and then it becomes a little leaf. And you could shape it however you want. Let's do it again because I need 4 pieces. So there it goes. This is the front, and then this is the back. I'm gonna take your wheat leaf, twirl it around so that it looks like a mini wreath. And I was actually gonna make wreaths with this for Christmas, but I never got around to it, which is why I colored these in. But maybe next Christmas I'll do it. So we'll turn it around, take that first little bit of leaf, that little crystal, the first one, wrap it under and around a few times, so you know that it's secure. I mean, I think 1 or 2 times is good, but I like to do 3 or 4. So now we have our 4 little leaves. So it's just a matter of measuring. So that piece that we wrapped is what's going to go inside. See? So starting with the bottom here, I'm going to put some hot glue where that wrapping is and all the way to the tip. And we're going to stick it inside and position it over the pearls, over the that butterfly piece. Make sure you don't hurt yourself like I'm doing. And I'm going to make sure that it fits inside that loop. Wow, thank God I'm only doing 1 for the tutorial. It's really messy. So maybe you should just leave it flat until it dries. That way it won't get glue all over. So there goes the first wing. And then let's take the next one. Remember, that wrapped piece is what's getting hot glued all the way to the stem. And stick it in this little corner here. These are a lot of glue pieces. And the way this works, it'll leave a piece of this cardstock designer paper so that you can glue it right on there, because there's really nothing to glue on with the spray. The spray is just the frame. And once you have your butterfly shape glued down, you can pick everything up and take out all the little spider webs, kind of shape it how you want it, and then you can begin your layering in the center. But before that, I don't know if you noticed, on these I made these little coiled antennas for the butterfly, and I'll show you how I did that. With the same wire that you cut off from the spray, see these sprays? That same wire, you're going to save this, because this you're going to use for the antenna. So I took a piece of this bamboo stick, and this is from a shish kebab stick, and I basically just coiled the tips a little bit. Leave a little space because we want the antenna to look realistic, so you leave a little gap without any coiling, and then you start again a little coil. And you pull it out, and it makes that little like butterfly antenna. Curl the tips, because you will get pinched and stabbed, and then you make a little tiny coil again at the end, because this is the part we're going to glue down. So I hope you got that. I made one already, but I can make another one. I don't want the video to be too long. So, ow, I just did it. I just hurt myself. This little corner here is not curling in. There. Okay. So you make a little coil. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's what's great about it. You can make it any way you want. You can make them really long. You can make them really short. You can make them into little hearts that stand up. So what we're going to do is we're going to glue this to the center here. So we'll put some glue there. Make sure there's a good glob of glue so that it won't fall out. And we should hold it up for a few seconds until it takes its standing form. You hold it up for a few seconds, because it will lie flat. If you just leave it, it'll lie flat. Even though you could fix it later, but it will lie flat. I'm sorry about my nails. I really need to get them done this week. Look at this. I might go tomorrow. I will actually. I will go tomorrow. So here's the other one that I pre-made to save some time. And actually, I have to coil the end of it. This is the part that's going to get glued. Do that. and you see it doesn't look perfect, but when you stick it down, it will. It will look okay. Actually, let's put this side glued. So let's put some more glue here and stick that in there. And I just burned myself. I just got glue everywhere. That's okay. So this becomes the antenna. You could put them high, you could bring them low, and it looks like that. Sorry about all the spider webs, but you know, it could get messy. And then comes the center. So for the center, I'm gonna use the porcelain flowers. And I kind of like to leave the leaves on them. You can take them out, because if you see here, I took them out from this. But you can leave them in, because it just didn't match the tag. But you can leave the green in, and I'm going to leave it in for the sake. When you do that, I suggest that you add a little bit of glue inside of here before you cut, so that the leaves could stay glued on, because they will fall out. You just cut very deep into the end there, but it's already glued, so it won't come out. And we're just gonna kind of take a look at where we want it to go. Make sure it's a little bit higher so that there's room for the second one. I'll put a lot of hot glue in there. And stick that down right over where those antennas were. Stick that in there. Hold it down for a little while. And take another one. Make sure you have some glue back there, so it won't fall out off of the leaf. And cut it off. And place it at the very bottom. And kind of hold them together tightly. Oh, there's a lot of spider web. So it's gonna be messy back here, but no one will see it because your project will cover that. So position the little antennas, and then what I like to do to really secure, because there's very dimensional, as you can see, it's thick. So I like to put hot glue in between the two flowers to make sure that they don't move out of place and they're not gonna kind of tip over and look a little weird. So that's the butterfly, and you know, I made these while Gio was asleep. So it's fairly fast, and depending on the shape you want to create, like this one is a little wider than this one. I use the exact same things, but it's wider. See that? So you create the shape butterfly you want to create. And also, I think, I don't have it available, but if you use the color sprays, the color wheat leaves, I think it will look even more beautiful. Too bad I don't have any, but that's okay. I'll get some soon. Alright, so that's my little tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really love how this looks. This would be great on anything, on a canvas, on a layout. I mean, I think it's kind of heavy for a card, but it looks great on this tag. This is what it would look like on a little finished project. So that's all. If you have any questions, leave me a comment below, and I will make time to answer you. I will also leave the link to Carla's Etsy shop in the description bar below, in case you're interested in finding any of these items in her Etsy. And that's it for now. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great weekend. Bye, guys.